Okay, 4 series and trailer. Been working on it all weekend. It's going really well, actually. The thing in a minute is I'm jumping between the 3 projects that I'm working on: this trailer, the forklift, and my S. And then soon, Dad's actually finished painting his truck, so I need to get that back here and wire that up. So I have 4 projects. So I'm jumping between each one. If one annoys me, I just put it down and pick up another one. It was working quite well, actually, because this thing, I didn't touch it for a week, I think last week, because it was annoying the hell out of me, and then this week I picked it back up again, and I just went straight past the problem I had, and yeah, it was all good. So basically, I've finished making the side boxes, 3 LEDs per one, obviously one in each corner. That was the problem I was having, was I couldn't get the ground clearance to be the same or similar to the truck, and it was bugging me because it couldn't stick out like a sore thumb. It couldn't be well off, but I couldn't quite get it to be the same, and I couldn't figure out why, and it was bugging the hell out of me, so I just stopped and put it away. So basically, now I've got those solved. They're on there, they look cool. This surface isn't level, so don't, obviously I can put my finger under there, but I can't get it under there. That's because this dips in the middle. But on the flat surface, I live in an old cottage, and there's very few flat surfaces that are big enough to put this truck and trailer on. It's not very easy, but I think I've figured it out. It looks fine. It's probably about 2mm off, but it's all handmade, so I'm not really that bothered by it. So I've done them, put them on, 3 marker lights per one. I haven't wired them up yet, but I will. My plan is to take this to Weston-super-Mare on Easter Sunday. I've got to let my cat in 1 second, hang on. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to take this to Weston on Easter Sunday for a test run. So I wanted to get a few things done before that. I have the hitch now mounted on the back of the truck. Hang on, move that out of the way. So it's there. I've been a bit busy back there. There is a little link arm which controls the actual latch. I don't think you can see it. It's this little thing here. See the pin going up and down? I have actually put an arm on it, and I don't think you can see it, which is a shame. There it is, you can just see it there. Put a little hole in that metal surface. I've mounted that to both the chassis and the side boxes, so I can pretty much pick up the back of the truck. It's solid. Pick up the back of the truck from that mount, which is good. So I've put that on. I'll put a link arm on the latch. Eventually I'll put a micro servo back there and control it from that. But I've realised at the minute that I have to take the Bluetooth module off the truck in order to put that on there. Beer units, you can have 2 servo outputs from the unit itself, but if you're going to have 2 servo units, you have to have you can't have Bluetooth, which is what I've got on all of mine at the minute, which is fine. The Bluetooth's a bit of a gimmick anyway. I use it mainly to control the volume from my phone, but I'll take that off and put it's a little 9-gram micro servo. It will sit in the box back here and then poke out, and then the horn will be parallel to that arm, so it will literally just pull and push it to release and lock that pin. That's all it is. It's not that bad at the minute. I can do it by hand. You can just see the toe itch from there. I put these little mud flaps on the back. I left them blank for now, but I'll put something on there. Very thin, but they're great. They're just stuck on there with a bolt and 2 bits of double-sided tape just to keep the corners tucked in. All black, all lovely, and you don't notice anything, and it's nice. They've got the back end of this to do, but obviously this has all been built for the forklift to sit on. I did have the forklift. It's currently under my desk in about 15 pieces, but it will sit just in literally perfectly inside these boxes, the wheels. So it's really nice that. I need to make 2 little things to put the forks in. Obviously I need to cut the deck to size. He's roughly the size, but it's a bit long and a bit wide still. I've got to cut it down a little bit more. Before I do that, I want to get this headboard sorted. I literally put that on about half an hour ago. It's just held on with 2 self-tappers going into the cross member, and then 2 bolts there with nuts on the inside. And then I've solid mounted the bar itself. I've made that up completely. I can probably show you, because I haven't done the deck yet, so it's easy to take off. There's a piece of aluminium there, which is then bolted to the side boxes that are connected to the cross members that are connected to the chassis, and I put a bolt each side of the aluminium tube, and it literally just pulls and pushes it, and I put one bolt just in there on the inside of the front bulkhead, so obviously 99% of the time this thing will be going forwards, so it just gives a bit more powerful, but it's bloody solid. That's what I was worried about. So yeah, I got that on. I need to mount, I need to cut to shape this board. I don't know whether to leave it, it's going to be a bit shorter than that, but I don't know whether to leave it square like this or to do angled edges, angled corners. I'm thinking angled corners, and in an ideal world I'll get that airbrushed in a matching theme to the matching style of that, but I don't want to deal with that artist again because his artwork's phenomenal, but he just takes forever and his communication skills are a bit lacking. So my OCD says that if you're going to have it airbrush, it needs to be done by the same artist, so it's the same style. But I'm thinking what I might end up doing, well, I haven't even got a design yet for it, but I'm thinking having a decal made by David over at 114 Decals. If you need any graphics for any of these trucks, go to 114 Graphics on Facebook. I will link them in the description. David is an absolute legend. He made me, and look at this, he made me these curtains for my curtain cider, and they are outstandingly cool, and they're printed on and they're fully flexible, and that's brilliant. I'm really excited to work on that trailer again. Once I've done a few more projects, I'm going to jump straight back onto the curtain cider because I'm looking forward to doing that now with those curtains. It's looking mega. And David's an absolute. He reached out to me and said, "Can I make you some curtains? I want to try and see if I can do it." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, you can do it!" So yes, but he keeps telling me, "Don't bother with airbrushing. Just get some stickers. Send me the design. I'll make it for you." So I'm thinking I'm going to get Ender to make me something for this once I've cut it to size and shape. Once I've done the size and shape for that, I'll do the same for this, and then I'll mount it properly. I've done exactly the same thing to what I've done on my truck. I've just made these plastic sockets that sit over the top of those bits of frame, and then I'll just put double-sided tape on top of those sockets, put the wood down on top, and then the wood, every time it goes down onto the chassis, it's in the right position, both left to right and front to back. It doesn't move, and I can still take it off. That's what I've done on my truck. And then obviously I need to then make the metal trim that covers the gap between the wood and the styrene. I've got some aluminium here, which I need to obviously cut, bend and shape, and then that will be fine. So for Easter Sunday, what I want to try and do is get the headboard cut and shaped, get the deck cut to size, both width and length, and then stick it in place, and hopefully get the metal trim sorted just on the sides. I can't do the back because I haven't done the back end yet. I got to keep in mind that the forklift's going to live there, so I'm going to have to obviously spend probably a week or two just on working on the back end of that trailer, but it will be cool when it's done. And then I'm going to wire up the marker lights. I've got, 3 per box. I'm going to wire them up for now, just on a AA battery pack, so on Sunday they light up. And I've got 5 marker lights to go on the deck, same as the truck there. Look, they're in a bag somewhere down there, and I'll put them on when I've done the metal trim. And then obviously I need to draw the planks on this and stain it in the same stain, and we shouldn't be far off actually. After that, I got to put the lift axles, sort that out. I've got the servos, just got to mount them in place, and I think that's about it really. It's going very well. I took it for its first ever test run about 2 hours ago here in my room. This truck with the trailer on the back is 1.4 meters long, so I haven't got a lot of space to drive it, but I just wanted to see if it would pull and push, and it did fine. So yeah, it's going very well, very well. And yeah, that's about it really. The weather's not very nice again, so I haven't done any painting. Just been concentrating on this and the forklift. So when the weather improves, I'll carry on painting the S. But no rush for that. But I want this thing done. I want to take this to Devon Truck Show. Even though it's the least practical truck I own, the ground clearance is stupidly small, so it won't go over any major bump or hill. So no ramp. So last year at Devon Truck Show, the layout had a great big dip in the middle. This truck wasn't even driving this time last year. so I didn't take it with me, but I thought if I ever do, I can't move it because it's just going to ground out. But it'll look cool, sat in place with the lights and the doors open. So that's it really. Yeah, hopefully I can get it ready to take to Devon Truck Show. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy. Hope you, I don't know, find it interesting. Obviously the BO unit will go in there eventually, and I'll run the cable inside the bar so you don't see it. I think I will anyway. There might be a slight issue with that, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. And yeah, it's looking cool. Really liking it. So I'll do another video when I've made better progress, more progress on it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.